What's up everyone, Be the Installer. Today I have the Hisense L9Q ultra short throw projector. Really excited to have this in the house. Looks bright and vibrant on the screen with 5,000 anti-lumen and 5,000:1 native contrast ratio. Pretty awesome new flagship projector from Hisense. So we've got a lot to go over. We're going to show you how well designed this product is, how bright and beautiful it looks, and at the end kind of compare it to some of the other projectors that we've reviewed in the past. Now we got to see the L9Q at CES in 2025, sort of. It looked completely different on the outside, looking pretty in line with the traditional Hisense ultra short throw projectors. But now, out of the box, this thing looks so much better with a really cool wood/bronze design with up-firing speakers from WLA that give it a 6.2.2 surround sound system. I mean, this really looks like a flagship projector. Those two upward firing speakers behind the lens just give this projector a pretty unique look. But that's not all. They also have a couple of speakers on the sides. And then of course you got some speakers on the front in that nice looking grille with the little WLA logo at the bottom right there, notating the collaboration with the famous French speaker company. And if you noticed on that left side of the projector, there's a couple USB ports, including a USB-C. And then if you spin it all the way around, we have 4 HDMI ports on the back. You have 2 HDMI 2.0s and 2 HDMI 2.1s, sort of, right? They're not 4K at 120 Hertz, but they do have ALLM for gaming. And the eARC is in one of the HDMI 2.0s, so you do not have to use one of the high-speed gaming ports for connecting your soundbar or stereo system. Now you do have a couple more ports on the back, RF antenna, an Ethernet port, and a couple of audio outputs, so all kinds of connectivity. And then on the bottom of the projector, you have some adjustable feet, which is pretty standard for an ultra short throw, and you do have some mounting hardware, so if you want to get wild and, mount this from your ceiling, you could. That's a little crazy, but that option exists. And one piece of important hardware not connected to the UST is actually the remote. It's the same remote you get with the PX3 Pro and a lot of the Hisense premium TVs, and I absolutely love it. Great metal finish, all the buttons you'd want, a bunch of shortcuts, and it's backlit, so very nice remote indeed. Now to get this thing fired up, we put the L9Q into my UST smart cabinet, but to my surprise, the image out of the box was much larger than expected due to its fantastic 0.18:1 throw ratio. So the reality is you're going to be able to have this a lot closer to the wall, which might actually be awesome for those people that wanted to set this on top of a cabinet up tight against the wall for a nice look in your living room. But this cabinet is so convenient, we just moved it a little bit closer and pushed the drawer in a little bit as well. And after a little keystone correction, we have a fantastic looking image up on this 132-inch seamless screen. Now you can actually project from 80 up to 200 inches, so this 132 is right in the middle, but I'd expect that you'd have a bright and sharp image if you went all the way up to 200 inches. And that's because this is Hisense's most powerful LPU digital laser engine. It's powered by a high-performance chipset with a fantastic triple laser light source and a precision engineered lens. All of this means you're going to get a fantastic image quality no matter the screen size. Now, in addition to the brightness and the great contrast ratio, the L9Q covers 110% of BT 2020 color space and comes with all of the HDR formats that you'd expect: HDR10, HDR10+, HLG, and of course, Dolby Vision. And on the audio side, you get Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. Now, with all the specs aside, I do want to point out that one of the best features of the L9Q is that it comes with the Google TV operating system. Now, I know there are Blu-ray aficionados, but for our family, we love this operating system, and to be honest, we're a little bit lazy, so we just stream everything. I love that you have unlimited content with this operating system, thousands of apps, the ability to pick up where you left off on different TVs and different programs. It curates the library to tell you what you can watch or what you already have watched across all the different apps on the system. And it has fantastic free content if you don't subscribe to cable, not to mention some nice artwork if it's in standby mode. So yes, my favorite operating system, and I'm glad Hisense uses this on their premium products. And that's right where we want to be, because I wanted to jump right into YouTube TV and talk about watching sports on this giant screen in my living room. Now, I was very impressed the first morning that I got up to watch football on Sunday with the L9Q for 2 reasons. One is because of the brightness and scale. It just looks really good on this giant screen, even in a pretty well-lit room. It's not like super bright in here, but it's definitely not a dark room in the morning. And the other is because of how crisp it looks. The L9 L9Q really produces a sharp image, as we talked about before. There's really no artifacting, there's really no speckles. I don't really see any downside. And on top of that, the motion and processing looks really good as well. Traditionally, on a larger TV like this, you'd probably see a lot of artifacting around smaller players moving around the screen. But to be honest, it's very clear, it's very easy to see, and overall, it's just a massive screen. Definitely happy with it for watching sports. But let's get into some movies, because I think that is an even bigger use case for the L9Q. So first up, we're watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2 here in a darker scene, because there's a lot of relevancy to showing you guys dark scenes with, you know, widescreen format and all this. It just looks really good. There's a lot of tone mapping involved. Now this is Dolby Vision, so it's got its own tone mapping, but you see so much shadow detail, and even with some of the TVs, you don't see a lot of shadow detail, especially in the mid-range or budget TVs. I mean, yeah, an OLED TV, you're gonna get all this detail, but you know, you just can't scale an OLED TV with that level of picture quality to this size. And so I think you're getting almost all of that detail on a 132-inch screen right here. I just think that's quite amazing, because when you get to the brighter scenes, you're just like, holy cow, like this is really bright. There are fantastic specular highlights. There's so much detail, color. It really looks like we're watching this on a giant, super expensive TV, but you're not. I mean, the biggest TV that's out there is like 17 inches smaller than this. And I mean, this screen isn't that big, to be honest. This is 132 inch. You can go up to 200 inches with this projector. So yeah, having the convenience of watching this in your home with fantastic picture and sound is one of the best things about having a projector. Because let's face it, movie theater screens are not this bright. Yes, they're bigger, but they're duller, and you got people all around you. And let's be honest, watching this at home for $30 to purchase a movie, or maybe just streaming this off of the internet versus, you know, $100, $150 at a movie theater, I'll take this all day, and eventually, even faster than you'd expect, the L9Q is gonna pay itself off. Now, before I was speaking about the sound system, and I do want to give you guys a demo and then talk about it, because I have a couple things to say about that. So let's go for the demo of just the WLA 6.2.2 sound system inside the L9Q.
The beast hides and thinks to be pierced on the outside. I must cut through it from the inside.
All right, so that sounds pretty good, I'll be honest. And you know, if this is the centerpiece of your living room, if it's up on like a table and during the day, everyone's like, ooh, wow, it looks so great. And you know that it has that 6.2.2, it sounds pretty good, right? But to be honest, if you're gonna have a product like this at this expense, and in a room of this size particularly, I'm still gonna go with the dedicated home theater system. I think that's kind of an obvious choice, but it's still awesome that they put a lot of time and effort into this product, both visually and how good it projects and sounds and all that. But I digress. I did want to move on and show you guys the hit show Wednesday that's on Netflix, because it's a little bit darker both in its subject matter and how it looks visually on screen. Now, this is a show that I've been watching on various displays over the last few months, and to be honest, I really enjoy it on this Hisense L9Q because, again, it has fantastic tone mapping. This is a Dolby Vision show. It has Dolby Atmos, so visually it looks really good, sounds really good, and again, it's a massive screen. So another TV that I had in place here was similar quality, but honestly, it wasn't nearly as large. And even on other projectors, it's just not this bright. This is 5,000 lumen, extremely bright, and looks really good on Dolby Vision. But this projector also does have HDR10+, which is really nice, because if you're watching something on Amazon Prime, for example, a lot of those movies don't have Dolby Vision, so it's just nice to have all the different HDR formats at your fingertips. But hey, enough of this show. Let's brighten the mood a little bit, and we'll also let a little ambient light in, because I was still impressed with how bright this can get in a daytime atmosphere. All right, so here we have the Super Mario Brothers movie in a well-lit room. I mean, we have a skylight up to our right that is just letting in a ton of light, and we also have a slider door over here with light coming in against the wall, and you can see it's a much brighter ambient situation here. But this still looks fantastic. I mean, it literally looks like a TV. I mean, it has a little bit less contrast, a little bit washed out. That would be any projector, but being 5,000 lumens still shines through. And I do have an ambient light rejecting screen screen, so that's probably blocking out a little bit of that light on the screen. But I think this is totally acceptable, and to be honest, I don't even watch movies in here with this much ambient light ever. If anything, maybe football Sundays get this bright. And so this is how it looks with the football on too, and honestly, completely acceptable. Now, I'm probably not gonna watch football in the dark that often unless it's a Sunday night or a Monday night football game, so this is what I would get with football content, and I am more than happy with it. Now, one last important thing to mention about movies is that the L9Q also supports 3D. So those of you who still enjoy a great 3D movie, got you covered, totally fine. I think having a giant 3D screen is a great option. All right, now last thing is the gameplay. Now, I really enjoy gameplay on the Hisense L9Q, again, because it's extremely large, immersive, bright, vibrant picture quality, but it does only display at 4K 60, even though it does have two HDMI 2.1 ports that say high speed. Even though those ports can accept 4K 120, the actual internal DLP chip only displays at 4K 60, so it's just a little bit misleading that it says high speed 4K 2.1 ports, but it can't game at the 4K 120 that people would expect from those sort of HDMI ports. So if you're looking for that fastest refresh rate, you're just gonna have to play at 1080p. Otherwise, completely acceptable 4K 60, very fun for gaming. So this L9Q retails at $59.99. Definitely a chunk of change for anyone considering this product. But let's be honest, you're getting a lot for that 6K. I mean, this is the brightest projector that I've had in the house in this format. Yes, there's some long throw projectors that are $60,000 that can beat this, but not anything for this price point. And we've had a couple of other ones in the house. I think we had an Altamia, I think we had an AWOL Vision. Neither one of them boasted 5,000 ANSI lumen, and to be honest, they didn't look this good in general with the color accuracy and coverage and all that. And neither one of those two had a 6.2.2 sound system included. And neither one of those had the great Google TV operating system as well. I think one of them even had like an Amazon stick you had to plug in with kind of a generic operating system. So you're getting a ton of features here. And if you compare it to a giant TV, I mean, here is us moving a 115-inch TV out of the way so that we could do this review and, you know, showing the 132-inch screen behind it. So yes, this is 17 inches bigger, right? But that TV costs $15,000. And while it might be brighter in a bright room, it's absolutely wasted in a dark room because this projector gets so bright that when it's full screen white, it's already too bright. And so for most people's use cases in a dark room, these projectors are fantastic and can scale so much bigger, up to 200 inches as we had talked about earlier. So you guys really have to determine what's best for you. Because for me, I don't think a 98-inch TV is gonna cut it in here. You know, those TVs are similarly priced to this projector and give me a lot less viewing angle and just don't give me that immersion and experience that the L9Q with this giant projection screen does. So for anyone looking for a giant immersive screen, you know, specifically an ultra short throw, I think the L9Q has to be on the top of your list. It's really got some great hardware inside, feature packed, great operating system, and I think it's on the top of my list for flagship projectors in 2025. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments the features you're looking for, if the L9Q is gonna be at the top of your list. So definitely click the links in the description below for the best pricing, and make sure to smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next video.